Well. Fancy seeing you here. Welcome in to another Wednesday Live. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you know what that means. That means that from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, everybody help me out. Spartan, kick the like button on the way in because we're live, baby. We're live. And today, thank you especially for joining me for a special edition, birthday edition live stream. That's right. Shout out to each and every one of you joining me for my birthday. Some of you are like, I just came here for, the chat. Suckers. Joke's on you. You get to spend my birthday with me. That's right. Give back to the community. Guys, it's been a week. I always say that, but it's true. I stay busy. I stay relatively on top of things. Yes, it's my birthday. That's still water. Nobody ever asks. But in my brain, I'm like, they've got to be wondering what that clear liquid I'm drinking is. It's water. H2O. My friends, welcome in. It's been a day specifically. A good day specifically, because today is another year around the sun. Another day waking up on the right side of the dirt. Released new content today as well. And to my ever-loving shock and overwhelming surprise, it is doing awfully. And I don't get it. Like, sometimes I make a piece of content and I'm really proud of how it turned out, the flow of everything. I'm like, man, I feel like I put in 115% on making sure that the video is good, that the thoughts are clear, that everything is good. And then YouTube's like, sucker, joke's on you, Rollshambo. We're going to send this out to nobody. If you're wondering, most recent content release on this guy right here. So actually a really cool knife. This is the Monster. That's right, the Monster Vulcan or Valken. I'm pretty sure it's Vulcan. Valken. The Vulcan. Yes, it's a titanium frame lock. Yes, it's got fat carbon fiber. Yes, the blade shape does kind of remind me a little bit of the Noomzon. Great knife. Really great knife. Poorly performing video. And I think I know why. It's because I didn't do a whole tricksy thumbnail. I was like, you know what? No, I'm just going to show the knife. Really high quality photo too. It's the same photo I used in the live stream waiting screen. But it's showing the show side, which shows speed holes. I know people looked at that and they're like, I don't care. It's got speed holes. I hate not watching this video. It's probably too long anyways. Speed holes are not popular. There are two groups of people. The group of people that absolutely freaking hate speed holes. And they refuse to buy anything with speed holes. They don't like it at all. Your opinions are valid. They are your own. And then there's the group of people that just don't care. They're what I like to call ambivalent. And they don't, it doesn't sway them either way. But you know what group of people I've not met yet? The group of people that says, you know what? You know what I want on my next knife? Speed holes. It's just something that I've observed. If I'm wrong, if you're one of those people out there that's like, you know what, that's actually a design aspect that I like. I like the weight saving. I like the circumference of the milling. I like it. If you're one of those people, let me know in the chat. Guys, what did you carry today? If you're part of the Only Spartans Discord, you know the drill. Pop a photo over in the Only Spartans Discord. I'm pointing this way. I've got a second screen set up with the Discord. We'll get to that here in a little bit. For those of you not in the Discord, let me know in the chat, what did you carry today? We'll get to it. I'm about to say hi to everybody. What did I carry today? I carried this guy. This was my birthday carry today. This is the 15V Para 3 lightweight with the skinny titanium scales from Barclay CNC. And these are really impressive scales. I was carrying this today. I was like, damn. You know what? Like, this is a really impressive build. And it's an impressive build because it only weighs 3.3 ounces, full titanium. 3.3 ounces, in case you didn't know, is what the regular G10 Spyderco Para 3 weighs. But this is with titanium. The action is fantastic. Like, the way that these scales are designed for everything to fit perfectly. Like, there's no blade play. Dead centered. It's really good. The action is perfect. That's what I carried. What was in your pocket? Let me know. And while you do that, I'm going to hop in the chat. First and foremost, shout out to Lone Star Towboy, who was here 20 hours early. 20 hours early. You were first in line to watch Star Wars back when we still played everything on VHS. I'm just guessing. What's up, Lone Star? Welcome in, man. Welcome into Mr. Henry G. Welcome into Night Rare Channel Mod, newly minted Channel Mod in the house. What's up, Night? Good to see you, brother. Welcome into Marco. We got Top Dog, another Channel Mod in the house, keeping these streets clean of spam, except for in Hawaii. Here's a fun fact: they love spam in Hawaii. I don't know why, but they do. Probably more than anywhere else in the world. Just guessing. Welcome into Stonewall. Welcome in. The chat jumped on me. Hold on. I'm scrolling up. Hold the phone. Welcome into Cat Scratch. We've got Ground Fog. We've got Pavelski. What's up, Pavelski? He says, happy birthday, Roll. Are you 30 yet? I wish I was turning 30. I've turned in the oven of life. I have turned 35. 30 was 5 years ago, half a decade ago. I know you can't tell because I don't grow facial hair very well. And so I'm forever baby-faced. It is what it is. I feel it. My joints will tell you that I look like I'm 28, but I feel like I'm 50 from my computer chair, and everything freaking hurt. It's like, welcome to your mid-30s. Every joint in my body was like, you are getting older. And those of you past this point are probably like, just stop complaining, dude. And trust me, I get it. But I'm feeling it. Anyways, yep. Wish I was turning 30. What's up, Pavelski? What's up, Bluetooth Blades? Welcome into Mike and Ike's EDC. Jim Miller. What's up, Jim? Good to see you. Another Channel Mod. Channel Mod's out in force today. We got C. Kobe. Let's go, Ed B. Another Channel Mod says, I'm watching the live while naked. Whatever you got to do in the comfort of your own home. I'm not here to judge. What's up, Ed? Good to see you, man. Let's go. K Kim, what's up? Says, dang, this is a late stream. We always go live at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time has been the thing for the longest. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. That does mean that on the East Coast, it's 10 p.m. Sorry. I can't go earlier. I've had people ask me, Rolls, can you go earlier? And the answer to that question is no, because my schedule won't allow it. I've got dinner. I've got work. Like, I barely have enough time to get to the, like, I have cut out a piece of my day just to be able to do this at 8. So unfortunately, the answer is no, can't do it earlier. I wish I could. Maybe one day, if the channel actually takes off to a level where I could do this full time, that's when I would do an earlier live stream. But until that time, we're kind of stuck where we are just out of necessity. What's up? Good to see you. Welcome in. And man, the chat keeps jumping. I'm trying not to miss people. Hold on. I'm scrolling up. I'm doing my best. Let's go. Let's see, John Tagamori, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you, Sierra Rick. Thank you, good sir. Definitely appreciate it. Jim Miller has been a channel member for 25 months. 25 months. Jim, thank you, man. I definitely appreciate all of the support. You've definitely been here for the whole roller coaster. You know, it's funny. You know, here we go on another tangent. It's funny. I was checking comments for videos that I haven't looked at in for forever, and I got a comment like day before yesterday from this guy that watched one of my reviews from 3 years ago. If you've been along for the ride, you know that I have tried to get better at editing, to make the flow of the content better, to make it more entertaining, to condense it down so there's less just random talk about things to fill space. But the video, they were like, wow, 4 minutes in and he hasn't gotten to the point. Like, please watch something from within the last 24 months. I beg you. And people, like, I've mentioned this in the past. I've mentioned this in the past. I've said, you know, if you want to see the timeline for progression, you know, just watch your first video and then go, you know, watch, 700 episodes later and see just how far people come as far as content creation is concerned. And I do that sometimes for motivation when I feel like when I'm 5 takes in on an episode that I'm recording and I feel lost and I feel like everything that comes out, like, I feel like the content sucks, I'll go back and I'll watch something from like year 1. I'm like, no, I got to put this out now. This is premium in comparison. But it still kills me on the inside because people will watch something that I made 3 years ago and be like, your whole channel sucks. Damn straight. Gosh, if I'd done 700 videos just like that, it probably would. Nobody checks the dates on these videos. They don't. So that's ironic. 25 months. Jim has seen pretty much the whole expansion, the growth process, the growth period. So, Jim, thank you for riding with the channel for over 2 years, my friend. Thank you. Welcome in to Louie. What's up, Louie? Thanks for the birthday wishes. Let's go, Geoknife. What's up, Geoknife? Ed B's been a channel member for 20 months. Has got to wish Roll a happy birthday for the milestone. Thanks, man. Ed B has also been here for a long time. Thank you so much for all the support, brother. Definitely appreciate it. What's up, Big Jim? Let's go. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Kobe. Definitely appreciate it. Ian Coates. Is the whole gang here? Is the whole gang here for the birthday bash? Ian, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Let's go. Vavelsky says, I like speed holes. We've got one. We've got one. Ian says, I don't like bung holes. I mean speed holes. But what about speedos? Yeah? Are we onto something there? Maybe, maybe not. Top Dog says, I'm a speed hole hater. It's fine. Like, listen, everyone has their personal preferences. And when you spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on knives, it's okay to be like, I don't like this design aspect and I'll never buy a knife with that design aspect. I totally get that. I just knew the moment, like, watch. After the live stream, I will redo the thumbnail for this and I'll switch it around just to a picture of just the backside. Watch the views just skyrocket. Also, watch the negative comments coming in, being like, clickbait. You got me. I wouldn't have watched if I had known. Jim says, speed holes are okay. Do a good job of reducing the weight. Yeah, you know what? Like, I'll say this. I am one of those who is ambivalent because on one hand, I do appreciate the weight reduction. I have seen speed holes that have really nice polished chamfering or like, you know, they offer good dimension. On the other hand, part of me says it's just lazy milling. You know, like, I don't get it because I look at knives all the time and I know I'm not the only one who has these thoughts of like, why couldn't we have just left it blank? Because, and I'm probably killing it because this is a point that I made in the video, was this does not have an ambidextrous pocket clip. That means that they are cutting out the lefty crowd for the sake of millwork that I would venture to say the majority of people don't actually like. I would rather have they left it blank and given us an ambidextrous pocket clip, personally. And I'm not even someone that hates speed holes. Like this is a great knife. That's the thing that kills me, is this is a great knife. The contrast between that fat carbon fiber, that Mars Valley fat carbon, and that black stonewash on the titanium handle scales is gorgeous. Okay. It's so freaking good. And it's sad to me because I know that a lot of people won't give it a chance because of the damn speed holes. I know. All right. Top Dog says, and that knife will fix limp wristed flipping. The detent is perfectly tuned for that flipper tab. Like, you can't. I mean, even when I put pressure on the lock bar, can I fail it? No. It just makes the detent stiffer and it flip harder. Go figure. Ed B says 20 months is 2 years, right? You're close enough for government work. Why not? Why not? All right, I'm getting to these chats, guys. Hang on. All right. Did I say hi to John? What's up, John? Welcome into Greg. Good to see you, Greg. Welcome into Bond. I know I'm going to butcher this. Bond City? We'll go there. He says he's carrying a Bastide Wombat. Good choice. But just picked up 2 concept KTC3s. So excited. Congrats on the pickups, man. I don't know if I'm familiar with the concept KTC3s. I'm going to pull it up just on my end here real quick. Concept KTC3. No, that's the Hawkbill style blade. Yeah, no, I haven't checked that out before. Congrats on the pickup. Sierra Rick says, rolls nice scales, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Barclay CNC does amazing work. They're another Pacific Northwest company. So I'm over here in the great state of Idaho. They are over there in Spokane, Washington. Like, we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Pacific Northwest, baby. Barclay CNC makes some of my favorite scales, period. They also made the scales for my Shaman. The finish work on here is excellent. The chamfering around the edges, the way that it just rolls over, there's no harsh edges, and the tolerances are perfect. I love it. Absolutely. All right. Hey, shout out to Night Rare with the $4.99 super. Thank you, man. Thank you. He says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt and you smell like a knife pivot lube. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well done, sir. Well played. Ed B says, he's 3 years younger than my dingleberries. Take a shower, Ed. Jeez, what's up, Mick Ranger? Good to see you, man. All right, guys. I'm trying to catch up. I keep having to scroll because the chat wants to jump, and I don't want to miss anything. Welcome into Mike. Good to see you, man. Did I say hi to Mick Ranger? What's up, Mick? Knight says, wow, 35. Roll is getting close to middle age. I wonder what knife Roll would buy for his midlife crisis. The hard part is that all the knives that I would list are already in my collection. Like, most recent Grail pickup right here. You know, Oz Rosie. Another one, which I didn't think I would get anytime soon because they're freaking rare. SPK Lamia. And for the record, because there was some douchebag that commented on my Lamia video, and they're like, that's not how you pronounce it. It's how Alex Steingraber pronounces it. I watched an interview where he pronounced it as Lamia. So if that's how the maker pronounces it, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't correct me. I'm getting a little feisty here in my old age. Anyways, these are my 2 most recent Grail knife pickups right here. The Oz Rosie and the SPK Lamia. And it doesn't stop there. We've got a Cortex XL. We've got a Koenig Mini Goblin. We got freaking Machine Wise Mojave. Like, the Grail collection is growing. It's growing at an alarming rate. Should you be concerned for me? Maybe. Yeah. And I recently dropped by the Chris Reeve Knife headquarters. Did you know they're less than 3 miles away from me? I dropped by in person. It was kind of crazy. They looked at me weird because I was kind of awestruck. I walked through the front doors. The receptionist is on the phone. And I'm like, whoa, look at all these office desks. They don't have a showroom. You can walk in and they have like a front desk, and then they've got like their sales team over to the side. And I walked in. I guess we'll go over this now. I walked in because I have a small Sebenza 21. Shout out to Darkwater Actual. I'm guessing he's not in the chat, but if he is, shout out to Darkwater Actual. Last year, he traded me. We did a knife swap. He traded me a small Sebenza 21 that is about, gosh, what is it? About 10 years old. It's a decade old. In knife years, that's like 100. Really cool knife. Had some wear and tear on it. But I was, perusing the interwebs, as I tend to do, and I saw a random post on Blade Forums where someone was like, hey, do you think that Chris Reeve Knives would actually do a blade swap to update this like small Sebenza 21s to MagnaCut? So I sent them an email at the beginning of the year, and I asked them that very same question, because what do you do if you warranty a knife for life? Your customer wants a blade update, but you no longer make that blade in that steel. So it makes sense, right? And they got back to me right away, and they're like, yeah, we'll do it. Absolutely. $150. We will swap it out from S35VN to MagnaCut. And that is one hell of an upgrade, guys, because MagnaCut at 63 to 64, which is what they target, is way better than the 59 to 60 or the 60 to 61 they did on S35VN, period. But I didn't send it in because there's a waiting period. I was like, I'm moving to the area anyways. I'd rather just walk it in, right? I lived there when I lived there. So walked into their headquarters, and here's the skinny. They also didn't make the small Sebenza 21 with a bead blasted option, which is the more popular of the options today that's available. So I walked in, it was like, hey, you know what? Can we do I want to drop this off. I want to do a spa day, if you can make sure the action is tuned as perfectly as you can, if you could, reblast it and also update the blade to MagnaCut. And the guy that was helping me, he must have been new, because he was just like, long story short, I ended up talking to the receptionist that emailed me the first time. And the answer is yes. So 9 to 12 weeks from now, I will have, as far as I'm aware, one of the only, if not the only, small Sebenza 21s with a MagnaCut reblade and glass blasted titanium handles. I only got to wait, 9 to 12 weeks. And then $200 later, because they do charge for the glass blast upgrade. That upgrade is $50. The reblade is $150. I get to keep the old blade. They also offered to switch it to a double lug setup, which I said, you know what? No, we'll leave it single lug. We're gonna leave it single lug. So that's what I've been up to. That's my midlife crisis. Completely off tangent. Blue says, damn, Rollo, it's dark here. You still got sunshine. I've got 2 light sources right here. I mean, there is some sunlight peeking through my windows. I got my shades down so I can control the lighting in here. But yeah, no, it's still light out here. It's still light out here for now. Cat Scratch says, I like rocks and patches. It's a work in progress. Shout out to my man Ian, who officially hit his 1-year birthday as well. He says, wow, a whole 2 years. Time really flies. Time really flies. 12 months is 2 years, right? Close enough for government work. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bond City says, Old reviews are still useful. I just got some things going out. Of production because of old reviews. Yeah, you know, like, here's the thing. It's hard for me, knowing how much work I've put in, to take criticism on my older stuff that contains mistakes and things that I've already spent the time to change. That's the hard part. It's like, I'm open to criticism, but if you're going to criticize my channel, watch something new. That's all I ask of the general public. It's like, I get it. My older stuff needed work, and I worked on it. I still have old videos that perform well, that are not well edited, that I ramble on in for forever, but they still get views, you know? So it is what it is. I might start getting rid of old content that doesn't perform, that doesn't get views anymore, and doesn't accurately represent my channel. Maybe I should probably just leave it. There we go. That's usually the conclusion that I come to. Knight says, Roll, you have legitimately improved majorly. I was watching one of your old Grailer garbage videos, and it's wild how much better your content is now. I've worked on it, man. I've spent hours trying to improve and trying to make the channel more entertaining, more informational. That's the challenge, right? Like, how do you give people the best information and make it worth watching? I'll give you an example. There's a video I'm considering making. I mentioned it in the Only Spartans Discord, which, guys, I haven't forgot about. We will get to it. There's an episode that I want to make where I do a torture test on 2 knives. One of them is going to be running on washers. It'll probably be a Spyderco. And the other one will be running on bearings. And I want to torture test them because we all assume, right? We all assume that knives with washers are going to stand up better to things like mud and dirt and grime and grit, right? Because they should be a more sealed system. And there's a lot of videos out there that compare washers to bearings. But you know what those videos lack? Testing. It's all opinion. It's like, oh, here's a 30-second short. Well, with washers, you get this. With bearings, you get this. And here's the difference in the action. There is a content hole out there. There's a content hole out there. Like, and I look at that and I said, you know what? Because I'm having a debate with my buddy Knife Dope. He was like, oh, bearings all day bearings. I was like, well, I mean, not necessarily, right? Like, I like certain washer actions, like Chris Reeve washer action is amazing. But also, if you want to maintain the integrity of your knife through hard use, assuming that you're going to carry it in your pocket and you might drop it in the dirt and the mud and you still need to be able to open it and get work done, you know, washers still have an application, right? And he's like, well, there's no actual proof of that. I start to look online and there is like practically nothing. Where are the tests? I'm sure they're out there. I can't find them. I found one video, and they were comparing it on a Hinderer knife, which is not a good comparison because it's not a real washer bearing test because they use the tri-way pivot. So, you know, my argument there is that the integrity of the action is already compromised because there's already a bearing race installed. And so it's not a true washer versus bearing mud test. And I watched that video and it was hard to watch because it was boring to me. And I immediately started picking it apart. Like, you know what? I would do it like this. I would cut here. I would show this. I would fast forward through. Thank you so much. And shout out to Bluetooth Certified Blades Badass for the $10 super as well. Since months something like that. 397 months. How many years is that? Hold on. We got to do the math here. 397 divided by 12. It's been Blue has been a channel member for 33 years. Since I was 2, apparently. All right. Lone Star says speed holes, acoustics, flickability, newest steel laser, a beast, wicked sharp drop shot, need more tactical fingernail cleaning buzzwords. Outstanding. The best there ever was. Knight says, look at Roll taking up the banner for us lefties. It warms my heart. Hey, man, what makes a good knife design is a knife that has utility. And the more people it has utility for, the better the design is. All right. Hold on. All right. I'm getting a message from one of my channel mods that I may have missed. I may have missed a milestone. So I'm going to scroll back up. Hold on. A shout out to my man, Greg McCutcheon, who's been a channel member for 7 months. Greg. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for all the support. I definitely appreciate it. I knew I'd miss one. Shout out to the mod team working hard. Definitely appreciate it. Vivelsky says buffering. Buffering? No. I'm going to rewatch this later and be like, on my end, it was smooth. I should just talk to the mirror. Bluetooth Play says, uh-oh, spinning circles. What happened? What happened? Am I still live? Am I still live? Top Dog says you missed a couple super chats. No. Hold on. Hold on. I got blues. I got yours. I got knights. That's all I see on my end. Did I miss a super chat? Gosh. Hold on. We'll scroll up. We'll scroll up. I guess first and foremost, I was going to say maybe I should check to make sure that I'm still live. But I'm getting messages that I'm back. I have no idea what I missed. Guys, we're going to go through the super chats that I mentioned that for some reason, because apparently it sounds like I had a bit of an issue with some buffering. I don't know. Maybe it's the internet here. No idea. Hang on. So there's Bluetooth Blades. Thank you for the $10 super, my friend. Thank you. Thank you to Top Dog for the $10 super. Thank you to Night Rare for the $5 super. Those are the ones that show on my end. If I missed your super chat, just know that I definitely appreciate it, and I'm sorry. It's not intentional. Not intentional at all. All right. Top Dog, yeah, says maybe you said it while you were buffering. I feel like saying that's a cop-out, though. Yeah. See, on my end, I definitely said it. Freaking A. Thank you, internet. You know what's crazy is that before I moved, I was on 5G internet in Denver. Like that's like low rent internet. And I never had an issue. I never had an issue. I move here and I have to upgrade to 1 gigabit cable internet. And all of a sudden my live streams just suck. It's like the local TV and internet, providers just don't like it. I don't know. See, that's another one that I shouted out. I swear. I'm going to have to rewatch this later. Shout out to Ian Coates once again. I promise you I said it. I said it. The live stream probably just, didn't actually pick it up. Ian, thank you for riding with the channel for a whole year. Happy freaking 12-month anniversary, my friend. Definitely appreciate all the support. All right. Robin Dallin says, you are still live. I'm glad to hear that. Says Microsoft was advertising the holiday on the Windows lock screen today. What? You know what it was? I used my 10 key to calculate how many years 387 months was. And I probably have a shortcut set up that screwed that up. So that's probably my fault. Mick Ranger says, I hope my membership doesn't lapse. I had to get a new bank card. Man. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Says, no, you're 4 minutes behind. Dang it. Hey, shout out to David V for... the wrong sound effect. Shout out to David V for the $5 super. Says you're back live. Happy birthday, you old bastard. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, man. And shout out to Vivelsky for the $5 super as well. Says today's National Lefties Day. Happy birthday to Roll and all the best to the Southpaws. All right, guys. Hey, I'm on the edge. What's up, man? Thank you for being a channel member and welcome in. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Guys, before I forget to do this, we're going to go ahead and head on over to the Only Spartans Discord. If you want to share your pocket check photos, this is how you do it. Channel members have access to the Discord. The Discord is the community that I'm building for everyone who's a supporter of the channel. As far as memberships are concerned, all channel members, all levels, have access to this, the Only Spartans Discord. So we're going to switch over to this in, oops, I'm going to scroll up real quick. 3, 2, 1, go. Here is the Only Spartans Discord. But first, Mike and Ike's EDC with the 11-month anniversary. Mike, thank you for riding with the channel for 11 months. Says almost a year. Thanks for the lives. Absolutely, man. It's my pleasure, truly. All right. We're going to scroll up. Starting off today with, hold on, got something in my eyes. Starting off today with Nick T. He's got the CKF Evo, and which one is that? Which one is this? Which I'm gonna miss on that. I don't know what knife model that is. It's a cool knife though. Sweet carry. All right. And shout out to I'm on the Edge, who's been a channel member for 3 months. Thank you so much for riding with the channel for the last 3 months. Definitely appreciate it. And of course, my birthday carry, this guy right here. It's been in my pocket. I need to carry this more often. I really enjoyed carrying this today. Highly recommend. Get a pair of 3 lightweight, put some Barclay CNC scales on it. Thank me later. This is the play. 100%. All day. Definitely appreciate it. All right. Let's see. So that was my carry. Dazed, he's got the Vosteed Croc. Look at that. This one is never far. It stays on my desk. I really enjoy this knife. Top liner lock. This one with the Ocean Blue micarta. It's almost like the camo carbon fiber of micarta. Solid knife. Boom. Absolutely love it. Ooh. Check this out. This is that looks really cool. Look at that knife. That's gorgeous. Says it's a custom Sideshow. I think I'm saying that right. A Sideshow. I've never heard of that knife before. Strong Roots custom Sideshow with Nichols Damascus blade clip and backspacer. Damn. That's a good looking knife. Add it to the grail list. Just add it to the grail list. He's got a Magnus Click Shift V3 and a bandana from Ponce City Market in Atlanta. Very nice. Of course, the trusty Zippo. TC Blades flexing with not 1, but 2 Devo fireballs. That is 2, right? Or is that the same one, just different pictures? That might be the same one, just different pictures. There we go. I thought it was 2. Look at that. He's got the Blade Show exclusive backspacer. I don't know why I thought that picture was of 2 different ones, but it's not. That is the same one. It's the electric blue with the Damascus backspacer and pivot collar. That's gorgeous. Love that. Ooh. Speaking of which, guys, if you want a Devo Fireball, those are dropping tomorrow. You can use my code RSB10 or whatever content creators code you want if you're going on Devo's website to buy one. I'm very tempted. I don't have the cash. I don't have the cash. Very tempted. I had one. I bought one on the first run and then I sold it. And now I kind of miss it because you know what? Like I still have my Devo Tall Boy I love the Fireball too. The tall boy I kept, and I'm so glad I kept this. At one point I considered selling it, and then I looked in the mirror and said, why would I do that? I love this knife, and I kept it, and I don't regret keeping it at all. Devo Fireball releases tomorrow, version 2. They're going to have purple camo carbon, and they call it purple flow. Yeah. All right. What just happened? What just happened? I accidentally clicked something on my screen. I hope everything is still live. Anyways, what do we got going on here? We've got this one from Ed. Ed's got, he says, my usual work carry. Some knives do change. Closed and open clockwise from top. The Chapman the Coast PX 15R flashlight. Kershaw TX tool, Leatherman charge, Buck 110, CRKT stash tool, the Mini Sharpie Olight O pen, the Sermon wallet, and the coup de grace is the TRM Atom. Look at that. That is one hell of a carry. One hell of a carry. Love it, man. I love that snakeskin micarta too. What a great photo. Got the Buck 110 right. That's another one I need to make content on. I've got the exclusive Buck 110. I was doing some cutting with this the other day, and I was just blown away by how good of a cutter the Buck 110 is. I shouldn't be surprised. All right, Craig Vincent, he's got the Cold Steel 8010 with the titanium handle scales. He's got the, that's an FM1. That's right, Cold Steel FM1. I'm not sure which one this is. I don't know which one that is. That is a Spyderco Tenacious with titanium scales. I'm not entirely sure what this one is. I've never seen this one before. You always get me. You always get me on these. You guys just love watching me like absolutely miss on these. I got some of them. I'm always impressed at how many knives you carry, Craig. That's awesome. B Devious, he's got the 10V. That's the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive in 10V Spyderco Shaman. Those sold quickly. With the snakeskin micarta. Very nice. And this, check that out. Is that a Lynch Northwest clip with the snake? That's cool. That's actually really cool. Love it, man. Vavelski, he's got the Wednesday, he's got the Sage 6 and S90V and the Paramilitary 2 and S90V. And I'm assuming these scales are the Lynch Northwest scales, right? I think. Are those Lynch Northwest scales? I think they are. Love that shot too. Is that in the wheel well? Is that a hubcap? I think it is. Big Jim with the Kubi Silo. Very nice. Drinkwater. He's got a Shirogorov. That's the, is that the Ursus? Is that the Q95 Ursus? And of course, a Spyderco McV. I always get the Shirogorov models mixed up. So that's a wash for me. Ooh, JT, he's got, I know I'm going to miss on this. But the funny thing is that at first glance, I actually thought that these were the same knife. They're not. The one on the left is a bestech, which it's escaping my mind. But this one is the Warntack. That's the Warntack. Fantastic knife. Love the Warntack. Jim's got the Tempest Downdraft, the Brother 1510, and the Brass Brigade J-Cal. Look at that. Solid, man. Very solid. Jim, you must be participating in the thing that Knives Fast is doing, where he's encouraging people to carry Tempest knives for 30 days, right? Right? I keep seeing people who are participating in that. That's cool. Bluetooth blades, he's got the Microtech Stitch. Very nice. Ramlock Stitch, rather. Love it. Ramlock Stitch is one of my favorites. John Blackman with the Paramilitary 2. This one in S45VN. Good old S45VN. I love it. S45VN is an underrated steel. Eagle Scout's got the Vosteed Raccoon and the 80 20.5. Look at that. Solid, man. Wicked Dream Designs with the YOLO. That's the Ironfly YOLO, rather, with a mirror finish on the blade. I know you did that yourself. Always flexing with the mirror finish. It looks good. If you didn't know, it looks great. I love it, man. Grateful Dog. Ooh, he's got... We were talking about this knife in the last live stream. This one is by Sharp by Design. It's the... we were just talking about this knife. You guys are going to be screaming it at me in the chat. I already know. It is Hawksbill. Of course. Sharp by Design Hawksbill. It's the derecho. There we go. The derecho. The Sharp by Design derecho. Hold on. My daughter was knocking on the door, wishing me good night. You can't ignore a 2-year-old. You guys understand. I would feel awful. Rebel Rouser, he's got the Tempest Downdraft. He's got a Kaiser fixed blade, which I'm not entirely sure which one that is. And then this one is a Jack Wolf knife. Which one is this? That's not the late night Jack, is it? I know it's not the after hours Jack. Which Jack is that? Which one? Man, I'm taking an L on a lot of these tonight. David V, he's got a microtech that looks like a UTX 70. That's got to be a UTX 70, right? I'm guessing UTX 70. Microtech, ultratech, UTX 70, where it's just a UTX 70. Dale Lane, he's got he's got the Shark. That's the Demko Shark Cub Stealth, right? Is that the Stealth? I think that's the Stealth. Yeah, that's got to be the Stealth. Kevin Smith, he's got a... Is that a Satu? Pretty sure. He's got a Microtech Ramlock stitch with original goat scales. Spartan Harsey. Nice. With the Spartan filigree. I think they call that the filigree milling. Hinderer XM18 Harpoon Tanto. And what looks like a Chris Reeve Incosi Tanto. Yeah. Holy cannoli, we got them all. I think somebody's going to rain on my parade. Mick Ranger's got the Griptilian with Flytanium aluminum scales. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome, guys. Guys, that's the Only Spartans Discord. Thank you for sharing your pocket check. If you want to know how you can also be featured on the live stream and have me misidentify your knives, become a channel member and join the Only Spartans Discord. I greatly appreciate it. And it's a budding community, which I hope to do more with in the future. Anyways, I'm going to check in. I've got a chat going on right now with one of my channel mods who's keeping me on task. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss stuff. I think I'm good so far. I also haven't responded to the chat in like 15 minutes. All right. We're going to catch up. While I do that, stay hydrated. Oh, that's nice. Says, gosh, I love the Buck 110. I want a Hunter Sport so bad. I'm going to make content on this guy. This is the Buck of the Month from July. Already took it through a photo shoot. Photos came out great, by the way. This one is in Magna Cut with the Boss Heat Treat and America Camo Carbon Fiber. Now, unfortunately, I will say this. Some of these have been reported to have inconsistent color on the camo carbon fiber. Mine turned out good. And just so everyone knows, Buck did not send this to me for a collaboration. I bought this. I saw it come out as like, ooh, MagnaCut camo carbon fiber, exclusive Buck. They only made 750. Sold. Sold. All right. All right, I'm just going to skip to the bottom of the chat. Wicked Dream says, I only did a half-ass mirror. I got tired halfway through the process. It looks great, and you know it looks good. Sierra Rick says, Rolls, I appreciate all the work you do. I know YouTubing is hard work. Thanks and happy birthday. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. The hard part is when managing the time. That's the hard part, is managing the time. All right. I know I'm missing something. Hold on. Guy Theron says, underrated means it punches above its popularity. I can agree with that. Oh, it was a response to, does underrated mean the same as just not popular or low sales? I think it means that it's doesn't get the credit that it's due. I think that's what it means. Hey, Frankie Cheech, welcome in. It says, what's up, peeps? Vosteed is killing it right now. Got my Thai Raccoon V yesterday. Ooh, you got in on their exclusive, their special. They recently released for their anniversary edition something that I've been asking them to do for a while, which is a premium titanium variant of the Raccoon. But they screwed up because they only did it in limited quantities. Congrats. I'm not at all salty that I didn't get in on one. Not in the slightest. Dale says, Thai Raccoon, I'll have to check that out. It's too late, man. They are gone. Sold. They did a limited quantity of them and they are gone. Will they make another titanium variant? If they do, I hope they do it in a top liner lock. Let's see. They probably don't have it up anymore, but we're going to see if they do. Some of the variants for their anniversary edition were just sick. Like, sick in a good way. Raccoon 56. They still have it. Raccoon. Where's the premium Raccoon? Yeah, okay. So at least I can show you the listings. These are all sold out. And as far as I'm aware, they're not coming back. Check this out, though. These variations are sick. This is diamond milled titanium with the Vancor lock. Gorgeous. Love the contrast between the blue and the gray. I like the fact that they did the drop point Raccoon as well. That was a good choice on their part. They also did this one. This was another one that I thought was so good. So good looking, rather. This one is plain Jane, but with the blue pivot. Freaking fantastic. They also did one that was full plain Jane. This one with fine step milling. And then they did one with a black blade, copper hardware, and plain Jane blade. Look at that. That's sick too. $249. These had M390 in titanium, 3D milled titanium pocket clip. I mean, is it any surprise that they sold out? I don't think it's a surprise, right? I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. I saw that. I got the notification and I looked at the listing too late. which is a bummer. But anyways, Dale, congrats. Excuse me, not Dale. Who was it? Who was it? Frankie Cheech. That's right. Congrats, Frankie, on getting your Thai Raccoon V. That is sick. Mick Ranger says, I won the MC giveaway. What? Oh, yeah. Congrats, man. That's like winning the knife giveaway lottery. You know how many of those I've entered and not won a single thing? All of them. I've never won. I've entered all of them. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Sean says, I had some money stashed away for the Fireball, but then Bosty decided to drop a premium titanium raccoon on Friday. Yeah. Sean's another one that got in. Congrats, Sean. That's awesome. He says they were offering a 20% discount as well. Yep. Pre-sale. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This Friday is the drop. The pre-sale was last Friday. I missed out on the pre-sale. That's what it was. Mick says, I won the Remet Kestrel and the Kaiser Spitfire with the Damascus backspacer. Congrats, man. I love that. I love the Remet Kestrel. It's got a really, really great hollow grind. It's very snappy. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's a good knife. Matt says, I still can't bring myself to sit through an MC live. Why? I'm curious. Why? That's why. Oh, man. Yeah, it's hard to get a word in edgewise in that chat for sure. Lone Star says, how many accounts does it take these days to win an MC giveaway? All of the accounts. All of the secondary accounts. Knight says, I have actually held a Kestrel. A guy I used to work with had one. It seems like a nice EDC. Not a fan of the flipper, though. I don't have an issue with the flipper. At least on mine, it's actually pretty snappy. Mick says, I want that raccoon, but I just can't. But I am stashing some money away for my knife addiction. Good man. I had to, I almost bought myself a birthday knife today, but I didn't because I need to be responsible. I need to do my knife sale. I was hoping to have done my knife sale by now, and then someone hit fast forward on my VHS, and here we are, and I still haven't done my knife sale. So yes, I am planning on doing a knife sale because I need to. I'm going to be selling a lot of good knives too. So I almost pulled the trigger on this one. Since we're talking about knives that we're going to buy, USA Made Blade dropped a full titanium harpoon Spanso. I think it's a harpoon Spanso half track today, and luckily they're sold out. The Gen 2 blacked out full titanium, so both sides are titanium. Harpoon Spanto half track. And I don't care who you are, that looks good. That looks really, really good. I liked my half track. I still want the full track. That's ultimately what held me back. So I was like, you know what? I really like this, but you want the bigger one. I want the full track. That's what I'm holding out for. While I was there, I also noticed this. Check out this finish on this McNeese. I love that. The two-tone frag pattern finish. That looks great. Yeah, that's a good-looking frag. Also $600. Why is everything I want so damn expensive? All right. Mick says, oh, I love that McNeese. That's right. I love the way they did that two-tone finish. It's gorgeous. It really makes the frag pattern pop. I need to scroll away from this very quickly. While we're looking, what else is new out there? Let's go to the Devo website. Do they have all of the Fireball variants up? Because these are the 1.5. I'd be lying if I said I was not tempted by these. So you'll be able to get the Jack Sparrow edition, which is basically the Dunes camo carbon. The Sub-Zero, which is pretty much like the electric blue they did before. Or no, that's the electric Bluegaloo. What's the difference between Sub-Zero and electric Bluegaloo? What? They look like the same finish. It looks the same. Am I crazy? Are those not the same? Somebody correct me in the chat, please. This is the one that's tempting me. They did not have this variant available on the first run. They didn't. And if I were to get it, it would match. It would match my tall boy. Kind of. The tall boy has the Timascus kit. These are $219. Of course, use RSB10, take 10% off, which means what? $220, you take $22 off. Call it what? 220 minus 22. One. Why is math so hard for me? Anyways, these are dropping tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I'll do the time zone math for you. 1 p.m. Eastern is noon Central, which is 11 a.m. Mountain, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. There you go, guys. I just did all the time zone math for you. They are going to have pivot collar and clip sets. Know that they're not going to be cheap if you want the backspacer. They're going to have a limited number of Timascus backspacers as well. Those are going to be expensive. Very expensive. I want one. I do want one. I'd go with the purple nurple. Match the tall boy. Yeah. All day. What else? DLT. The Jack Wolf Collusion dropping in about 2 days, roughly. Ooh, this one's cool. The Les George Mina in copper DLC. These always sell well. Full titanium, copper DLC. Excuse me. Copper DLC. It's a cool blade shape, actually. It is flipper only, so I know some people will hate on that, but I do like the milling on those handle scales. It kind of reminds me of like a vertebrae of a spine, like a spinal vertebrae. That's cool. Those are that's what they call them, the morph scales. 8.3 inches, which means that it's a full size big boy. Les George. Has anyone in this chat owned a Mina? Is it worth it? Is it worth trying to get in on this drop? I get distracted so easily. Mick says, Rollshambo, you should do an all-nighter birthday stream. Not a chance. Tonight is not the night for that. Unfortunately, it is not the night for that. One of these days, I'll do something like that, but today is not that day. I still work tomorrow. That's cool, though. Black DLC Magna Cut blade, copper DLC handles, $500, full titanium. Diamond pattern. They've got the morph pattern. The morph pattern would 100% be the way to go. I don't know. The Finch Oxbow dropping. Cool. Says, if it was Christmas Eve, Santa runs on reindeer time. That's fair. Says, yep, flipper only ain't my jam. A lot of people feel that way. Wicked says, what time is Antarctica? I have no idea. Sean says they call it a backstrap. They do. They do. You know, they're not the only ones to do that either. That might actually be the technical term. That's also what TRM calls the backspacer on my Neutron 2. On this guy right here. They call that a backstrap. That's a backspacer. Backstrap, backspacer. Potato, tomato. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hey, Bradford Mitchell, thank you so much for the $5 super. Says, pitching in the birthday knife. What are you going to get? Dang it. I was going to be a good boy today. And I wasn't going to buy anything. I don't know. I was actually looking at, you know what? Back to the screen share. Hold on. So there are several knives that when someone says, what are you going to get next? Like, these knives are always at the top of my list. And then something happens. The first, as you guys well know, is going to be the Quiet Carry Drift LCT. But first, we should probably see if they even have them in stock. What? Everyday carry. Ocean environments. There we go. LCT. Oh, yeah. Probably help if I zoomed out. There we go. They do have them in stock. And they have them in both stonewashed and in the Anchor Gray. The Anchor Gray is actually pretty cool. It's always a contender. Every single time. The next one, we'll just NC Light. The next one is the Ultratech ZBP. And they are in stock. Specifically in, well, that's actually not what I was looking for. Which one was I looking for? Apocalyptic. No, not the green. What I'm looking for is the natural clear drop point variant. And I swore I saw them in stock here. Natural clear dagger variant. I want the single edged drop point. Yeah, this one. They do have it in stock. Yeah. This is the Microtech ZBP that I want. Natural clear, apocalyptic finish, ZBP. This is the one that I want. It's been so long since I bought an OTF. The last time I bought an OTF, I bought the Spartan dagger style, and that one was awful to sharpen. And it also wasn't the best utility knife. And most of my use case scenario is basic EDC utility. I'm talking about opening boxes, breaking down cardboard, cutting through tape, sometimes some light on the go food prep, at a lunchtime. But I feel like the single edge drop point would actually be a better everyday carry than, obviously the dagger style. The dagger style, in my opinion, is one of the best looking daggers out there. Excuse me. But this one, that's the play for an OTF. Hey, shout out to TC Blades with the $10 super. Says, what up, guys? Just made it in. Better late than never. Put this towards the new knife fund. Oh. Thanks, man. Thank you. Oh, man. John Tagamori with another $10 says, chip in on the birthday knife fund. Man, you guys are putting the pressure on. You're putting the pressure on. Dang it. Now I have to buy something. What are we going to buy? Ooh, he says, just got the quiet carry catch. Nice, man. Do you like it? Are you enjoying it? I haven't handled one yet. Mick says, yeah, you got to get a birthday knife tonight. Tonight. The pressure is on. Oh, man. Oh, man. Blue says, I guess I'll just have to loan Rollo my LCT. I need to get one. I just need to get one. Says you should get the ZDP. Possibly it will no longer be available soon due to the lawsuit. I don't know. Microtech has several patents. And they went pretty hard at Blade Show. It doesn't seem like they're slowing down production at all. But also, it wouldn't be the first time that Microtech released a knife, got sued, and ended up having to discontinue it. So there's that. You might be onto something, Fred. Says Master Sergeant with the $5 super. Says, happy birthday, you sultry bastard. Here's your blade. Here's to your blade. Thank you, man. Thank you. But what to get? What to get? This one is a strong contender. Strong contender. I haven't bought an OTF in a long time. Sean says, wait till tomorrow for the Fireball Purple Nurple. Ooh, you might be onto something. The other one is the Vosteed. The other one is the Vosteed Raccoon V, which is releasing on Friday. Are they the same price? The Raccoon V is going to be a little more expensive. Hey, Ace Paylone, thank you, man, for the $5 super. And you guys are so generous. Thank you so much, guys. I definitely appreciate it. I'll make sure it goes towards a good cause, 100%. We'll make sure it goes towards a knife, 100%. But which one? That's the part that's killing me right now, because on one hand, the Vosteed Vancouver Raccoon special edition, like they're not going to make these again, or at least if they do, not like this. I have a feeling they'll do this again, but they'll change something to justify it. The question is what, right? Are they going to do the next version like in aluminum? Because I've been begging Vosteed to do a titanium Vancouver lock knife ever since they came out with the Ankelo. Okay, so it's been a minute. The question is, which one? I've already had a Fireball, but not the version 1.5. Mick Ranger says, come on, Rollshambo. Tonight's the night, and whatever you get, you can use for content. Just do it. You're a terrible influence, Mick. Terrible influence. Shout out to Kevin Smith the Knives, who's been a Spartan for 11 months. Coming up on that 1 year mark, Kev. Thank you, man. Guys, Spartan, kick the like button for all the channel members, for everyone who has donated tonight. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Brad says, yes, love the catch. Number one knife I wanted from Quiet Carry. Also have an SPD derecho coming tomorrow, and the Native 5 lightweight in 15V on the way. That was the other knife. Guys, every time I see a Spyderco in 15V, the thought crosses my head, should I pick it up? Because there's not going to be any 15V very soon. I mean, hell, that's why I have 2 pair of 3s in 15V. I justified it because this one is technically a pair of 3 lightweight. And then my other one is a regular pair of 3, if you call it regular. So the Native 5, the Native 5, are they still at DLT? I don't think so. Native 5. Let's see. Are they still available? Native 5, CPM 15V. Nope, they're out of stock. Oh, no, that's the little native. Native 5. Native 5, Native 5, Native 5, 15V. Come on. Nope, no whammies. All right, what about NC Blade? CPM. Wait, Native 5. Okay, so NC Blade still has some of the 15V variants. My buddy Knife Dope swears by this. He says that it's the Rosy Killer, which is kind of blasphemous, I must say. But I also want one. The hard part with these guys is that if you wait and then they sell out, you will never get another 15V Native 5. That's just the cold hard truth. It's one of those exclusives or sprint runs rather, where it's like, get them while you can, because once you can't, they're gone. It is a backlog. I'm not the biggest backlog fan. I say that after having purchased, a $110, but it's making a strong case right now. And here's the thing. Would I leave it stock? Hell no. I would not leave it stock. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I would not leave it stock. I would. I don't even know why I'm searching. It's Rip's Garage Tech. Rip's Garage Tech has the answer to the Native 5 scales. Native 5. You guys know I love Rip's Garage Tech, right? So they've got a set of Pyrogrip scales. You can, of course, get them in angled parallel, but the Pyrogrip scales would be the way to go. These are $160. I already know they look good. I have a set for my Sage 5. Absolutely love it. It's like the Pyrogrip is my favorite milling option from them. Stonewashed, perfect. They hold up great to carry. They remain nice and shiny, and they just remain looking amazing no matter what your pocket puts them through. Like, it does not show scratches. They feel great in the hands. It's not overly aggressive, but they're super grippy. The Pyrogrip scales are the way to go. So the problem is that when I look at this, I can't look at this and be like, oh yeah, $225. The problem is that I have to look at this and go, oh yeah, it's $225 plus $160, which is damn near, it's like, add in taxes and we're at $400. But they look so good. They look so good. That's the problem. That's what's held me back from buying the Native 5, is knowing that I would not be satisfied keeping it G10. Ed B says, doesn't Microtech steal from Hawk? It depends. It depends. I don't know. Microtech says that they have multiple patents on their mechanism. Hawk says there's no way. They copied this from me. I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea. Ooh, he says, I'm only missing the Manix 2 and G10, or I'd have every 15V Spyderco. I nearly forgot. They still have, these are still available. Manix 2 lightweights in 15V. Check it out. Manix 2 lightweight 15V. And they're in stock. $156. $156. That's a solid price. But again, I would not be satisfied with those scales. First thing I did the moment I had the opportunity was take them off of my lightweight pair 3. I think it's Original Goat. Original Goat. They've got the Manix 2 lightweight scales, right? Right? Yeah. Do they have titanium or is it only aluminum? Aluminum. Only aluminum. Damn it. Original Goat, what are you doing? You know we like our titanium. Mannix to lightweight scales. Who's got the titanium? Brock Scales does not have ones for the lightweight. But I already know. Some people are just going to be super happy with the aluminum original goat scales. For me, I don't like to upgrade to aluminum. If I'm going to change the scales, I like to upgrade to either carbon fiber or titanium, because then it really feels like a true upgrade. Decisions. McRanger says, I don't like backlocks, but I do want 15V. So apparently the native 5, despite having a backlock, is fully reverse flickable, and you can also close it one-handed as well. So there's that to think about. Ed B says you can't leave a Spyderco style. You caught me, Ed. You caught me. And I actually do have a stock Spyderco. I have not changed a thing on my Sage 6 except for the pocket clip. Frankie says, get the Mannix lightweight 15V. It's 157 and swap to OG scales. I want a better scale option. I want a better scale material option. I don't want to upgrade to aluminum. I just don't. Oh, it says you are looking at the G10. There is a lightweight version of the Native 5 that is for 158. Will it fit with the Rips Garage Tech scales, though? All right. Native 5. Does not fit the lightweight model. Damn it. In big, bold, underlined letters. It's a damn shame. Ooh, look at that. They do also have carbon fiber scales. That could be the play. 15V and carbon fiber. Why not? Jungleware, Mars Valley. I do like Mars Valley. They also have Ultim. Wouldn't do that. All right. Native 5 lightweight. $15V. Oh, like they do have it. Yeah. If I were to get that, I would have to go with the G10 version, purely because they have, like, that's, if I were to get this, I'd want the Pyro Grip scales. I already know, because I have Pyro Grip scales for my Stage 5 and I love it. So nice. Fred says, so far I haven't seen any Sage 6 scales in titanium. Not yet. We know for a fact that, what's it called? Parsons is going to do Sage 6 scales. But also, like, I don't really know if I want to upgrade the scales on mine because they're already solid carbon fiber. I've got the S90V version. So they're already solid carbon fiber. Maybe the play on that would be to go to like a camo carbon. I don't know. It's on my wish list. Camo carbon scales for the S90V Sage 6. Says Sage 5 Rex 121. If only I had the money. I bought mine from Fred the Lug. I got lucky. I think there might still be some available out there. Rex 121 Sage 5. If you wanted to buy a Sage 5, could you? Come on. Is Blade HQ gonna have one in stock? Holy cannoli, they've got a G10 version for $300 in stock. They charge a lot for that Rex 121. Now, apparently, they've said that they're going to start using Rex 121 more frequently. I really hope that holds true. I don't know how they could do it, given that Crucible isn't here to make more Rex 121. Knives ship free. Sage 5 lightweight. There you go. Yeah, they're still out there. $255. And here's the thing. I love the Rips Garage Tech scales I have for my G10 Sage 5 version. But if you wanted to save a little dough, you could still go with titanium scales. Just get the Parsons Bladeworks scales for this guy, for the lightweight version. Check this out. If you go to Parsons Bladeworks, do they still have Sage 5 lightweight scales? They might not. Nope. Bummer. Sold out. Well, they had scales for the Sage 5 lightweight. All right. Hey, shout out to the Night's Edge, Neil. What's up, Neil? Thank you for being a channel member for 20 months. Thank you for being a channel mod. And thank you for making good content for the people. Guys, have you seen Neil's channel? I'm guessing you have. I think we've got some crossover between our channels, but if you haven't, go check out my buddy, The Night's Edge. And if you enjoy what you see there, make sure to give him a sub. You guys are familiar. Mark Parks, what's up, Mark? He says you could put skiffs in the OG Manic scales. That's a good point. That is a good point. Mick says, I have the aluminum silver smock and I was thinking about flame anodizing the scales. I don't know. I don't know anything about flame ano on aluminum. I didn't even know you could do that. I thought that was just titanium. All right. Fred says, I think I've seen a TKE episode. just a couple. Cat Scratch says, Sage 6 and Rex 121, be patient. Ooh. I mean, I've already got it in S90V. I don't know if I would buy a duplicate just to get it in Rex 121. I like Rex 121. My Sage 5, I've carried it plenty. The edge is still ridiculously sharp. Has not lost an edge at all. But my Sage 6 is an S90V. S90V is no slouch. It's very, very wear resistant. And it's corrosion resistant, which is not something that you get from Rex 121. And it's got better toughness as well. So it's going to hold up better over time in case, you drop it on carpet. I make that joke because a buddy of mine had a Manix 2 in Maximate, which is very similar toughness wise to Rex 121. And he was showing it to me. He was so proud he had bought a Spyderco knife. He was just getting into knives. He was showing it to me at work. He drops it. It lands tip first in the carpet, falls over. The tip snapped off.
Epic fail.
So I'm careful with my Sage 5 because I don't want the tip to snap off. So I make sure not to drop it. Fred says, you can send me a Rolls Royce to check out for a week or two. There you go. Me too. I'll take one. Fresh, what's up? Fresh says, saw they got an S90 Micro Jimbo Sprint. I'm tempted. Ooh. Tanto Para 3 would sell out in minutes. Yeah, I'd buy that. I'm still kicking myself. I had an opportunity to get a Tanto Paramilitary 2 and I missed it. I feel like an idiot. I should have just bought it. Have not seen them since. All right. All right, so I'm checking. I've got a chat going on with one of my mods right now, and he says that I missed a new recruit to the chat. And this was a while ago. I go off on tangents. Sorry if I missed it. But shout out to who is a new recruit. Thank you so much, man, for joining the channel membership. Sorry that it took me 40 minutes to realize. I go off on these tangents, and I miss out. Thank you to my channel mods out there working hard, making sure I don't miss stuff. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Sorry it took 40 minutes. It's crazy. Says, did I just land an endorsement deal from Rolls Royce? Lurking win. Dude, I always shout out your channel every time I see you. Every time. The one thing that I don't do anymore that used to be really popular on my live streams is I don't do channel raids. I don't do channel raids because they just equal a lot of YouTube unsubbing people who subbed. So I used to do these channel raids where I would get the whole chat to dive in on somebody's channel and hit them up with a bunch of comments and subscribe. And it was a lot of fun. And you know what? The problem is that YouTube sees that as bot activities, right? Because they're like, oh, look at this wave of people that just watched this video and they all subscribed, but they didn't stick around and they didn't watch anything after that. Obviously, this is bot behavior. And a bunch of other channels started doing that too. And the problem is that YouTube decided to start unsubbing those people. And so you'd get this temporary boost. These channels would see this temporary boost and then they'd see it all just fall off a freaking cliff. You know, like the next day it would just, and some channels were actually reporting, not when I did it, but when another channel did it, that they actually had a really negative response to it. So I stopped doing the channel raids just because I did, like, when I found out they weren't actually helping people, it's like, what's the point, right? You know, I would much rather give a channel a shout out and be like, hey, go check them out. And if you like it, stick around, subscribe. I've got a choice to make because the good people of the chat have blessed me with, they've blessed me with so many donations, and I've got to get a birthday knife. The problem is that the two knives that I want are not available right now. So the two that I'm thinking of, call it three. First is the Native 5. I've already bought a bunch of Spydercos in the last 2 months, including two 15V Para 3s. So this one, unfortunately, is not going to get priority, even though I'm really interested in one. The other one is going to be the Devo Fireball version 1.5. That's releasing tomorrow in Purple Nurple, which is the variant that I wanted to begin with, but they didn't release with the first version, which is what I initially had bought. But those are going to be available tomorrow. And then on Friday, the Bastide Raccoon V is dropping. Very tempted. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm going to need some help here. So I'm going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll, okay? Let's do this. What should the birthday knife be? And you know what? We'll do 4 options. First option is going to be anniversary. And maybe the anniversary is just the most appropriate one. You know, birthday is an anniversary. Anniversary Raccoon V titanium. Let's do Devo Fireball V 1.5 purple nurple. For the third option, we'll do Native 5 in CPM 15V. And for the fourth option, you know it, you love it. It is, of course, I Like Rocks. Let me know, guys. Let me know. We're gonna put the poll out there. TC Blades, thank you for being a channel member for 10 months. Thank you for being a battalion leader, good sir. Says get the Devo Fireball 1.5 Wakanda Forever DLC. Sean says I'm going for the Raccoon, but that's only because I already have a Fireball. Fresh says thoughts on the Aggressor Hinderer. It's the latest blade shape from Hinderer, and it's honestly one of my favorite looking blade shapes that they've come out with. I really like it. Super aggressive. To me, the Hinderer Aggressor blade shape looks like a mixture between their Bowie blade and their Tanto blade, and it looks fantastic. We've checked it out on the live stream before. Let's do it again. Rick Hinderer Knives. Hinderer Knives has been doing pretty good this year. All right, Spanto. Come on, Rick. You know what we're here for. We're here for this guy. And it's available. Damn it. And it's available. This is the Aggressor blade shape. It's like a Bowie Tanto. A Banto. It's a Banto. Or a Tui. It's the Aggressor. And it looks fantastic. You know what I'm interested in, though? Is I'm interested in a skinny Aggressor. I want them to do a skinny Aggressor with the hollow grind. Or maybe the play is that you just buy one of these and then send it to Transparent Knives to do a regrind. Maybe that's the play. Big Ranger says, the Fireball is also another Devo banger. I know, I had one. I had the first version. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then I sold it. And then I kind of got mad at myself for selling it. All right, guys. So we're going to check on this poll. There is 27 votes. There's 44 people in the chat. Vote, dang it. Vote. 27 votes so far. 30% of people say Devo Fireball. 22% say Raccoon V. 19% said Native 5 and 15V. And 30% tied for first place. Oh, wait, no, it's dropped down to 29%. 29% say I Like Rocks. By the way, did I mention that this poll is just a poll for opinions? It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. I will be buying a birthday knife, guys. But because the options I'm looking at are not available today, it won't be today during the live. But I'll let you guys know, especially those in the Only Spartans Discord, which one I pick. So, guys, I got to get back to celebrating my birthday with my family. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up, for showing out with all the support. Shout out to the new channel members. Shout out to everyone who donated. Shout out to everyone who's been riding with the channel for freaking a year, 2 years, 3 months, 1 month, 10 months, 387 months. You guys are the reason why I work so hard to make the content as good as I am capable of and to continue to improve at making content that people actually watch and enjoy. If you want to know what's the most recent piece of content, check out my video on this guy. I'm really proud of that video. That video is absolutely stinking it up. Very few people clicked on it. I think it's because this knife has speed holes. But it is, in my opinion, a good piece of content regardless. Let me know. Watch it. Don't watch it. Thank you for all of your support, guys. The next time we will be live is going to be this Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. For those of you in the Only Spartans Discord, we'll see you soon. For everybody else, have a great rest of your week. We'll see you this weekend.